What's up, everybody? My name is Murad, and welcome back to another episode of WanderLUSTIng. Now, in this episode, we're going to be looking at one of the most busiest, most popular tourist destinations in the world. And if you haven't guessed by my terrible accent, let me pour you a cup of tea while I tell you about how much I love the Queen, and it's London, guys. Now, with a population of over 8 million people, Londoners live a fast-paced life where competition is fierce and romance is rarely a priority. It's kind of like the Hunger Games, but I mean, if Katniss and Peeta could find love amongst the dystopia, death, violence, and destruction, so can you. Anyway, in London, time is a precious commodity, so people are more concerned about how to make rent rather than how to make love with a stranger. So if you want to use your time wisely, just listen to me. Now, because time is such a precious commodity in London, your date is going to judge you decisively and quickly, so don't turn up wearing something like this. Oh, and also make sure to carry a planner, because setting a date is kind of like setting an appointment. It's pretty difficult to figure out a time and place where you're both free. So with London, let's talk about planning a date rather than getting one, because it's kind of tough. You have to figure out where you're going to meet, where you're going to go, and what you're going to be doing. Now, if you're going to be meeting somebody for the first time, make sure not to meet them in overly crowded areas. Because if you tell someone to meet you at Covent Garden and that you're wearing a black shirt, chances are there's going to be 100 other guys doing the same thing. Oh, and saying I look Indian doesn't help because we're everywhere. So be as specific as possible about where they can find you. Maybe just meet them at where you're going to have the date. And if you meet somebody online, you do know they don't look like their profile pictures, right? Here's a little secret. People lie on their profiles. Don't fall for the trap. Now, when deciding when to go, it's probably best if you ask your date where they'd like to go to. It doesn't matter if you know this really cool place and they'd love it. Just ask, guys. Now, where do you take your date? Londoners love to drink, and London has some of the best bars in the world. The only downside? You probably need a reservation. And I mean, let's be real, no one scores after making the other person wait an hour in line. So you've got your reservations, you're having a couple of drinks, everything is going great. But suddenly, you notice your date is getting kind of anxious, maybe because it's close to midnight. Don't worry, this isn't a Cinderella story. But she might just miss her last tube, and so will you. Now for Londoners, unless you specifically decided what to do at the end of a date, an unplanned ending could result in either a mad dash for the train, a walk of shame, or a really, really expensive Uber. This brings me to my next point. Set your expectations. What does this date mean to you? What are we doing? Where are we going with this? Wait, did I just turn into a woman? Oh no, it's okay. The only reason I'm saying this is because in London, one date could mean you guys are getting into a relationship. Your date might have different expectations than you. So unless you want to be buying a house with this woman, I'd listen to me. Now, before I sign off, I'm going to leave you with one little nugget of wisdom. The only people who think making out on the tube is great are the people doing it. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I'll see you in the next episode. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe over here, more videos of me over here, and happy wanderlusting.